What is conventional warfare and how it differs from the nuclear war? Conventional war is a form of war in which war is fought by using conventional weapons and battlefield tactics between two or more states in open confrontation. The forces on each side are well defined and fight using weapons that primarily target the military or security forces of the opposition party. In conventional war, the state involved in the war does not use any nuclear, biological, or chemical weapons, rather uses the conventional weapons. War it differs from the nuclear war. Nuclear and conventional deterrence are in fact quite different in terms of theory, practice, and impact. The differences play out in various ways depending on whether strategies of denial, punishment, or relations constitute the basis of the deterrent threat. The fact that battle outcomes with conventional weapons are so difficult to predict highlight the observation that conventional deterrent threats are contestable. The contestability of conventional threats can raise doubt in the minds of these targeted by conventional deterrence. Concerning the capabilities of the side using deterrent threats to actually succeed. Contestability is the Achilles heel of conventional deterrence. By contrast, deterrent threats based on nuclear weapons are largely uncontestable. They offer an ideal deterrent capability because they tend or to eliminate optimism about a positive war outcome. The fact that nuclear threats are uncontestable does not guarantee that they will be viewed as credible, which, while the contestable nature of conventional threats does not preclude their credibility. Strategy is the art of mastering all available resources in a concrete effort to after an opponent's political preference, so they correspond to one's liking. Deterrence is an exquisite example of a strategy because it is intended to alter an opponent's political preference without fighting in an effort to preserve the status quo, guarantee the peace, or ensure that diplomacy, not war, is the method of change in international affairs. The goal of deterrence is to prevent war or the occurrence of some unwanted fail. Accompli the onset of war constitutes the failure of deterrence, and a total and potential catastrophic failure of deterrence as a strategy. The starting point for any deterrent strategy is capability. In other words, unless one is prepared to really bluff, one has to possess the military forces needed to execute threat. If deterrence fails, for the matters, the likelihood of deterrence success increase of the opponent is aware that the party making a deterrence threat actually possesses the military capabilities needed to execute that threat. Capability in turn contributes to credibility, the idea in the mind of the opponent that a threat would actually be executed of certain red lines are crossed. Deterrent threats that rely on nuclear or conventional weapons are based on fundamentally different types of military capabilities, which in turn embody their own strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to instilling the credibility of a threat in the mind of the opponent, nuclear and conventional deterrence are in fact quite different in terms of theory, practice, and in fact the deterrence play out in various ways depending on whether strategies of denial, punishment, or retaliation constitute the basis of the deterrent threat. This article will first explain why the different capabilities constituted by nuclear and conventional weapons actually shape the strategy of deterrence, especially the different ways nuclear or conventional threats create credibility or the lack threat of in the mind of the opponent. The article will then explore how conventional or nuclear threats play out differently when employed in different deterrence strategies.